Hello everyone, I'm Prita Barus. I'm going to show you about the cognitive stylistics analysis in The Nightingale and the Rose short story by Oscar Wilde. Before going so far, I'd like to tell you first about the author. Oscar Wilde was born in Dublin, Ireland on the 16th of October 1854 and he died on the 30th of November 1900. His occupation was an author, a poet, and a playwright, and his alma mater was Trinity College in Dublin and Magdalene College in Oxford. Before going to the analysis, let's see the summary first. In this story, a young man or a student is told by a woman that she would dance with him at the ball the next night if he brought her a red rose. However, he has no red roses and is vocalizing his despair when a nightingale hears him. The nightingale is touched by the soul of the student and desires strongly to help him. The bird flies around trying to find a red rose at various rose bushes, but none are red. He finally pierces his heart on a thorn to bleed onto a white rose, making it a brilliant red rose, and in the process dies. The student finds the rose and is thrilled, so he plucks it and brings it to his love interest. The girl rejects the rose, saying it won't match her dress, plus someone else has broke her jewelry, which is much better. Angrily, the student walks away and throws the rose in the gutter where it is run over by a cart. He decides that love is ridiculous and logic is better. He goes home and reads a book. Then there are theoretical background. The first is cognitive stylistics. Cognitive stylistics is a subdiscipline in the field of applied linguistics. Stockwell asserts that cognitive stylistics looks at people as cognitive human beings who rely on their background knowledge and experiences to understand literary texts. Then the second is schema theory and conceptual metaphors theory. Schema theory, as Simpson asserts, appears to be a significant landmark in cognitive stylistics study. On the other hand, conceptual metaphors theory is considered to be very important in cognitive asymmetric mappings stored in long-term memory unity structure from a more concrete source domain to a more abstract target domain. Then, figures of speech as features of creativity and novelty in language use. Figures of speech are devices commonly used to convey meaning other than the literal meaning of the words by employing different tropes and rhetorical devices. This is often done to present ideas and imaginations in a more entertaining way, to make something clearer, or to captivate the reader's interest. So, analysis and discussion. In The Nightingale and the Rose, Wilde employs various figures of speech. There are metaphor, simile, personification, hyperbole, and irony. These literary devices become important elements in the process of interpreting and approaching the meaning beyond this poem. The coherence among figures of speech in this short story. The first is metaphor. Metaphor is a kind of analogy that compares to things directly, but in a form that brief. Example of this short story, the metaphor is flame colored are his wings. The word of flame compared to his wings. The comparison in metaphor is implied because this expression doesn't have the connective words such as like, seems, and as. The color of flame is brown and it can be seen clearly by eyes. Then simile. Simile is a comparison that is explicit, is the same, see implying something with the other. The example of this short story, the simile, is his hair is dark as the hyacinth blossom. This expression is simile. expression because it compares his hair is dark with the hyacinth blossom. The connective word used in the simile expression is as. Then personification. Personification is the process of assigning human characteristics to non-human objects, abstractions, and ideas. For example, pears and pomegranates cannot buy it. From this, it can be said that the personification makes pears and pomegranates as the person because they are given the predicate by. Then irony. Irony is a figure of speech in which words are used in such a way their intended meaning is different from the actual meaning of the words. The example is, he threw the rose into the street where it fell into the gutter and a cartwheel went over it. The irony expression contains in he threw the rose into the street where it fell into the gutter and a cartwheel went over it. It is categorized into irony because the story which is described by the author is different with the expectation of the readers and the characters. Then hyperbole. Hyperbole is a figure of speech which employs exaggeration. The example, she will dance so lightly that her feet will not touch the floor. The hyperbole expression aims to dramatize the happiness which is felt by the young student when he imagine his lover dance beautifully while using the red rose in her dress. Then the new conceptual mapping and new stylistic framework in the short story. His hair is dark as the hyacinth blossom. While employs simile to compare the young student hair to hyacinth blossom. This is a new conceptual mapping between the source domain, the hyacinth blossom, and the target domain, the young student. So the conclusion, why the Nightingale and the Rose is rich with different forms of figures of speech that it employs. Why successfully employs figures of speech to lead his readers to form a clear image from some of the fragmentary pictures that he presents to form a clear image from some of the fragmentary pictures that he presents in his story. Then Wilde has achieved these techniques by employing the strategy of coherence among figures of speech and using new conceptual mapping and new stylistic frameworks. That's all about the presentation about cognitive stylistic in the Nightingale and the Rose short story. Thank you very much, and I'm sorry if there is any mistake. Thank you.